Jokers, this ain't no jokers, folks. Oh my word. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, the pain. Yes, the chef. Oh, it's a rough one out there today, okay? We got a lot to get into in this video. Let's put it that way, okay? I got a lot to cover in regards to this situation, my opinion on this. The shorts think they've now won, okay, after today, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to explain exactly what's going on here, go into a little stuff that's going on behind the scenes I don't think a lot of folks know about, and yeah, a lot to cover, especially from a shorter term perspective. Obviously, I'm a long-term investor in the chef. We always talk about the fundamentals of the company, the 62% branded revenue growth, and the SKU expansion, store expansion, all those things. Not going to hear a lot of that in this video, okay? We got other stuff to talk about, but yeah, I can't record myself today. I just got to put up the picture. That's the we just lost a lot of money picture there, okay? Yeah, down 100,000 a day. Yeah, no, it is what it is. Well, down more if you add up the other accounts, because I got chef and other accounts too, so down a lot more than that. Hey, right off the bat here, by the way, if you don't mind, smash that like button for me. I need it today, okay? On a day when I get destroyed like this, I just need some love, okay? And the love is the like button, and that's it, okay? I appreciate you guys for being here. So, log into Fidelity here, and I get a message I've never seen before. Jeremy, you have a margin call that is outstanding. You are now bankrupt. No, I'm just kidding, okay? No, but in all seriousness, I've never seen this message before. Earn income by lending securities you already own with Fidelity's fully paid lending program. Now, I've heard of them, Fidelity or other brokerages sending emails to their customers about getting in this program so they can make a bunch of money. But to have it right at the top, right when I log into my Big Dog account, right there, it's like, why are they doing this? Well, because I own a lot of the chef shares, right? But it's interesting that they are so prominently just putting it out there right on the front page, right? And it's because I got a lot of chef, right? The chef is at a current interest rate of over 20%. So meaning that my hypothetical monthly income, and I think this is just on my Big Dog account, is near $5,000 monthly income that I could make for essentially lending my shares out there, right? And why would I lend it? Well, you lend it, you're lending it to basically those shares to be borrowed for short sellers, okay? Now, am I interested in this, okay? No, okay? You ever seen the movie Die Hard? Great movie, okay? You gotta watch if you're into action movies, you gotta watch the old school Die Hard, man. It's a classic. It's the OG, okay? It's the best Christmas movie you'll ever see, all right? So, there's a scene in Die Hard. He gets to the end of the table, and the guy goes, oh, you're at the end of the table, pal. Hey, next time you have a chance to destroy a dirty short seller, don't hesitate. And then Bruce Willis pulls out his long position in his margin account and says, boom, 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 boom. He says, thanks for the heads up, essentially, right? And that's how I feel right now at the, against like short sellers. Like, why would I go lend them a hand right now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, these people are the biggest trash talkers in the world. They make up whatever. They'll say whatever about stocks. Like, why am I going to help them out? It's just, no, I'm good, okay? I'm in chef to make hundreds of percent over time, or maybe even long term, maybe 1,000%, right? I'm not in this just to make 20% or something like that. So that's my opinion there. I'm not trying to help these, dirty short sellers out for even a second. I'm good on a lot, okay? Now, let's talk for a moment, okay? So, the market is closed on Monday. So, we're seeing big selling pressure today, stock down anywhere from 7 to 8%. We'll see where it closes at here today. We still got about an hour and a half before the market closes for the day, right? Definitely some selling pressure. Keep in mind, what did the chef do this week and last week, to be honest? It went on a massive run. We knew eventually there was going to have to be a pullback day, right? I mean, you can't go up every single day. Eventually, something's going to break here in the short term, and the stock's going to go down, right? It was just like counting the seconds till it happened, essentially. You knew it just, there's no such thing as a stock goes up every day, forever, right? Eventually, even the best stocks, they have down days. And we were due for one of those. This stock rose all the way from 16, you could buy the stock 2 weeks ago for $16. $16, right? And it rose from $16 to where it was trading at the market open today was 24 and some change. I mean, when you have that type of rise in that quick amount of time, that's a crazy percentage increase from 16 to 24 plus in like like a snap of fingers, right? I mean, we're talking, what is that? Close to, around a 50%, rise in the stock price in a couple of weeks. It's crazy, right? So definitely had some folks sell out. Short-term traders, long-term investors like myself, we don't care. Like if the stock's at 24 on Friday, 22, 20, 18, 26, like it doesn't matter to us, right? But there's definitely a lot of short-term money in this right now. And some of those folks said, hey, long weekend, let me go ahead and, close some positions here. And we'll see what kind of happens when the market opens back up on Tuesday. Now, keep in mind, this is a long weekend, right? And, folks that are really into the stock market, what do they like to do on the weekend? They like to maybe do a little research, maybe go on some forums, maybe go on WallStreetBets, other places, right? And the Chef has just barely started to get popular in some of these forums, right? The Chef might seem like a really popular stock because, we talk about it on my channel a lot, right? But I can promise you the Chef is not a popular stock in the market in general. It's just very, very popular on my channel, right? And it's just starting to be talked about on a lot of these forums like WallStreetBets. We're seeing it out there more and more. I'm hearing of definitely, and saw, other big YouTubers starting to make videos about Tattoed Chef, right? That are in the more trading community. And so when you start seeing some of this stuff, it's like, there's more tension out there coming, right? This one says 16 hours ago was posted TTCF update, WallStreetBets going on a diet, vegan tendies, diet bars and chips, TTCF, okay? And, let's read a little bit through this and kind of what they're talking about here. TTCF has patents filed in July 16, 2021. This just came out very recently. We covered this on the channel yesterday, right? All around this, right? He says, this means that they have new products being created to expand their business outside of just a frozen food section. This is a huge upside to TTCF because most people say they're just a lousy frozen food company, right? This expansion of the business could really give positive price action when this is publicly announced. And boy, hungry dieting people will pay a pretty penny for meal replacements that taste good. And keep in mind, this is all happened on DL, right? I covered it on my channel. And, it's been covered on WallStreetBets a little bit, but let's be quite honest, guys. This is on the DL right now. This is not, these patents and things like that and trademarks getting out there, not a big thing, right? It's very niche circles people know about this, but not like the mass of folks that are in the stock market in general, right? Going further down this rabbit hole, looking at imitation rabbit meat, of course, on September 14th, 2021, on 2 Tuesdays, TTCF management will be having a fireside chat at Cowen Health Wellness Summit. This could be a day that they say something positively for the company boosting the stock price. My theory is that they might reveal a new line of chips or dietary bars, etc., because of the patents they filed about a month ago. And they've been hinting, if anybody's been listening to conference calls, which you can listen to conference calls on the Hungry Bull app. Have you downloaded it yet? That's a way to track the markets, track your stocks in general, and listen to conference calls, okay? And if you listen to any conference calls from TTCF recently, right, they've been hinting around the idea of getting into new product categories and snacks and things like that, right? And so they've been hinting around to this, but they haven't announced anything yet. Let's be quite clear about that. They haven't said, hey, we're going to start selling this chip product or these protein bars or something. They haven't done that yet, right? That's just something coming, right? Stick with me now. September 17th, the day the majority of these options are going to be expiring, forcing shorts and funds to be covering themselves and buying shares of in-the-money contracts. We can expect the price to be at least above $27 by then, this person says. This will ultimately create a huge squeeze catalyst. As of right now, 4 million shares would have been purchased, and people are just starting to pile into the stock. Also, 4 million shares is a little more than double the normal volume of shares. This combination of positive price action on September 14th will cause more calls to be bought and expiring in the money. Could cause a massive catalyst. If the squeeze hasn't happened by September 17th and the price is above $27, there's no way in doubt that this will not squeeze the following week, they say, okay? Now, this is obviously a huge deal. In terms of that conference, I will say it makes sense what they're saying here, at least in terms of the company potentially launching their first products or showing off their first products that day, or maybe a day or two before this actual conference, the Cowen Health Wellness Summit. I mean, it does kind of fit. I'm not going to, as a long in the stock, I'm not going to, feel down if they don't launch something by that day. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm selling out of the stock because they didn't launch something before this conference or whatever, right? But I will say, honestly, when you put the pieces together, it makes sense that they might show off or announce they're officially entering a certain category. Now, do they announce they're going to enter all these categories at once, chips and dietary bars and all the other things they talked about, right? Maybe not, but they might at least announce one product, prior to that conference essentially, and then they might talk about that and, why they think they're going to be successful there, what they're planning on doing, other product categories they get in over time, right? And then all of a sudden this story goes from people just trying to categorize it, and when I say people, mainly short sellers, right? Just trying to categorize the stock as a frozen food company to, oh yeah, this is a frozen food company that just had 62% branded revenue growth last year, which is nothing to sneeze at, and tell me another food company growing those type of rates other than maybe my other stock, the very good food company, right? That's crazy numbers, right? But then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, and we're going to launch this product, and they're outside the frozen food aisles, right? That's crazy. And so think about the revenue expansion opportunity for the chef over the coming years, right? So that definitely kind of makes sense. Now, they make another point here. They say their final point. The shorts are relatively just starting to feel the pressure. They say most of shorts were not read until today. The majority of shorts entered into their positions from February to June. From this point onward, the stubborn shorts haven't had a good reason to start covering their positions. They weren't in the red, and no fundamental change has happened in the company. They are still shorting. They still believe that the company is going under $16 eventually. However, they're starting to be in the red. This person says they feel about half of them are about 3% red right now, right? Now, I have a little difference of opinion on this particular part here, okay? I think there's a lot of shorts that are actually much more red than maybe are talked about here. I believe most shorts shorted anywhere between $17 and $21 in this stock. Meaning I think the average short is in at about $19 roughly. So if the stock is, whatever it's at today, let's see where it's at today, right? $21.99, I believe the far majority of short sellers are red right now, okay? When it spiked up to that 28, I think that was for like a day. And then it was down to like 24 like a day or two later or something insane, right? There was a very short-lived kind of huge rally there that happened in the stock previously. And so I personally believe most shorts are probably at an average of around $19, which guess what? Is right around the same price as my cost basis as a long. This is honestly, I feel like where most people are at roughly in regards to the stock. In the $18 to $19 range. I feel like there's a lot of longs in those prices and shorts. And so that, if you're talking about the real battleground prices, 18 and 19, right? And so, some longs will look at it and they'll say they're only going to buy if it goes under their cost basis. So if they're at a cost basis of 19, they're like, it has to go under 19. Shorts are like, well, I'm not going to cover unless it goes to 25. And so if it doesn't go to 25, they don't cover. They still keep their short out there, right? And so this is where definitely this individual and myself have a difference of opinion. I believe the majority of shorts are actually at an average price of around 19, if I had to guess on this. Okay, and I'm sure there's some shorts that are higher than that, but keep in mind, when it starts to get scary as a short seller, when it goes from 19 to 24, now you're severely red, right? You're very, very red, and as a short, there's unlimited loss on the other side, and there's so much more fear that comes from being a short seller, right? Me as a long, if Tattooed Chef goes down, 20%, let's say 20% is a bigger number, but let's say 20%, I'm not scared. I'm just buying the dip. I'm a long-term investor in this. I'm in this for years to go in the future. As a short, the thing that you got to understand from the short side, the Tattooed Chef is going to keep beasting numbers and keep growing this business at a rapid clip. And so short sellers, the more time goes on, the higher and higher probability they're going to lose a fortune. And then if they're having to pay high interest rates on top of all that, this compounds the chances they're going to lose bigger and bigger money, right? And so from the short side, you start getting into this real pickle situation, and then you get, tagged on to these crazy interest rates that all of a sudden I'm talking about. If Fidelity is going to pay me 20+% Can you imagine the number the shorts are having to pay right now if they want to short this stock? Keep this in mind, guys. And so when you look at it from this perspective, I think the shorts are in a world of hurt, and I think there's a lot to be scared about. And then if all of a sudden the Tattoed Chef doesn't just have that crazy revenue growth in the frozen category, but they're like, oh yeah, we're launching into chips, we're launching into this product, that product, and all of a sudden, now they're going from a place where they might have 4 or 6 SKUs in a store to all of a sudden they have 10 SKUs in a store, 20 SKUs in a store, 30 SKUs in a store. Revenue starts ramping to 300 mil a year, 400 mil a year, 500 mil a year, and they have this huge short position on. There's just, from the short side, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what are they hoping for in this stock? It doesn't make any dang sense. The last thing you want to do is short massive growth companies that have huge building brands like Tattoed Chef does, right? You end up in a situation where it's so hard to win that. It's so hard to win that dang battle, okay? So it doesn't make any dang sense. Now, in terms of kind of what I'm viewing as things going on here, right? This is a stock that is a battleground, $18, $19. It is a real battleground. 16 has been the price that longs consistently have not let that stock go under, right? For the most part, like 16, right around there. All of a sudden, next thing you know, the stock spikes up. Now, we've also seen definitely some resistance around 24. So in the short term, it's going to be, I feel like a bystander in this situation. As a long-term investor in the stock, I'm expecting more fireworks between the shorts and the short-term longs, let's call them that, right? You got the short sellers, and then you got the short-term longs on this stock, if you can call them longs, right? But let's just call it more of the trader community, the trader activity. And keep in mind, as a stock is more and more popular out there, more and more folks are going to catch on to the long-term story that is involved in the stock and are going to get interested. And keep in mind, in a lot of stocks I've been in the past that have had some ridiculous runs, like Revolve, Upwork, some of those stocks, The Planet, obviously Tesla. If you think about Tesla, some folks got in Tesla just for the short term, what was going on there, right? It was like, the stock was starting to spike up, and definitely some more short-term in nature folks got on Tesla, hoping to ride that bandwagon, right? But then all of a sudden, they really did some research in the company. They realized how many big things they were going after. They started doing some, started kind of finding out, Cathie Wood's bullish thesis, and a lot of very high-level thinkers on where Tesla is going over the coming years. And a lot of those folks ended up turning into being longs for the stock. And I mean like holding for years and years to go in the future. I think a similar situation, just not nearly at the scale Tesla happened, but I think definitely a very similar situation is going to happen here with TTCF, where this stock's talked about more and more. It's mentioned more and more, not just to the retail community, but it starts getting out there to funds. Folks maybe start jumping in it for a short term something, right? And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, they're like, maybe I'll hold this stock for the long term because this story is actually compelling. Even you saw it with Tesla, right? Where Tesla turned short sellers into longs, right? Folks got in that because they're like, Tesla looks like it's trading at some stupid valuation. Let me short the stock, right? Then they started hearing the story more and more, and they start putting these pieces together, and they're like, I'm losing money. This is dumb. Tesla's got this huge future. Let me go long. I think of actually a very, very similar situation could happen with the chef, where folks jump in it thinking, this is an easy short. It's going to go to $12 or something like that, right? And then all of a sudden they realize, wow, this company has this, they have that. And all of a sudden their short thesis starts to deteriorate more and more and more as the days and the weeks and the months pass and the quarters pass, right? And then they end up turning into longs on these stocks. And like, man, I can't make money on the short side. Let me make some money on the long side because this is pretty darn exciting, right? So yeah, as a long, I'm a bystander in this situation, but it's pretty darn exciting. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you're looking to apply for a brand new course, How to Invest Like a Pro in 24 Hours or Less, check out that. That'll be the first pinned comment down there. Much love as always, guys, and have a great day.